every Saturday. Local chefs create savory and artistic dishes for you to enjoy making in your own home. So add a new recipe to your collection that is sure to be a family favorite here at Scenic Vantage Point.
Welcome to Cooking at the Market with Port Huron Hospital. I'm Sherry Shalani. I am with Port Huron Hospital, and with me is Chef Phil from Powers Diner in Port Huron. And Chef, what are you cooking for our second portion of this program?
Before I start this recipe, I read this somewhere, I don't know where it was. When you're like food or you like prepping it, sometimes the ingredients don't sound very good, but the end results does. We call this happy hot dog relish because it makes the hot dog happy. And this is a recipe for guys that like 7-course meals. They have 1 hot dog and a 6-pack of beer. All right, what we're gonna do here now is, this is cranberry gel right out of the can. Right out of the can. This is some sugar, a couple teaspoons. Depends on your palate. This is what I was talking about with the Vandalia being so sweet. This is really excellent for any kind of relish.
And you said that this has properties that are good for your heart?
Yes, it does, because the Vandalia, once again, is good for your heart. And the cranberry sauce is good for your blood system and your blood. Now this here, probably about 50% of you will not eat this. This is sauerkraut. The sauerkraut goes in with the cranberries. I can already see somebody over there going, oh, yeah.
Do you drain the sauerkraut?
You drain it first, yep. This is Dijon mustard. About a teaspoon of that. Just a little flake of garlic powder. Some hot mustard, some hot Tabasco sauce. Just a little bit of that. Now you just continually mix this until you got it blended. The cranberries will start to break down. Now, if you like spicy salsa, you can make this a little more spicy with a little more Dijon mustard, a little more Tabasco sauce. If you don't want it so spicy, cut down on those too.
How is it at the diner, Phil?
Well,
is it real spicy?
The batch you're going to get here, I call it, has a little twang to it. If you like medium salsa, you'll like this. It just has a small bite to it, not very much.
Okay.
If you want it sweeter, obviously all you would do is add more sugar. But that's what we have. It's actually very, very good when it sets overnight. It will get darker in color. What you're going to get today will be a mini hot dog with the relish on it. Like I say, try it. Food is something you should enjoy doing, enjoy trying. If you get stuck on McDonald's all the time, it gets kind of boring. You got to have something else.
I think a lot of people think of hot dogs as not all that good for you, and I know that I just heard something related to the book Eat This, Not That, related to, rather than eating something like chicken nuggets or something along those lines, that a hot dog is a lot better for you.
And today you are going to be eating all beef hot dogs. How is the soup?
Good. Very good.
And it's very simple. Like I say, you can use your imagination to go anywhere. I think we're almost close to being done.
Okay. Phil, yeah, I would like to hear more about Powers Diner and how long you've owned it.
My wife and I have been there 27 years. We've remodeled twice. We do serve a lot of healthy food. We serve a lot of turkey burgers. We call them cranberry turkey burgers. We sell a spinach burger. A lot of our paninis are healthy paninis. We have a whole bunch of salads. We do have a variety of items. We probably carry about 75 items on the menu. So it is a wide variety of items. We just don't sell the slider. So we sell a lot of stuff.
I think that's an erroneous perception that
Yes.
people have, that Powers is just a diner with fries and onion rings and hamburgers.
Yeah,
And
we're not about fried foods. We actually have 2 kitchens. We have 1 kitchen in the front, we have 1 kitchen in the back. Look, nobody sees the kitchen in the back because the kitchen in the front is all for show. It does the stuff for the quarter pounders, the sliders, the French fries, the onion rings. The kitchen in the back is where most of the healthy food comes from.
And then you and I were talking that you like to experiment with things, and you were talking about brining, and you have something, a 2-bone pork chop.
Yeah, sometimes we'll run a special. It's called a two-bone pork chop. And what you do is the chop is about almost 2 inches thick. Is anybody here familiar with a brine? Okay. What a brine is it's water. The basic brine is water, sugar, and salt. You put your product in there and you let it marinate for 24 hours in that. What it does, it makes the chop extremely moist. When you grill it, or however you want to prepare it in a broiler or in a pan, the moisture stays in the chop. And you'll see a world of difference. Again, with a brine, you can go anywhere. You can put garlic in there, you can put rosemary in there, you can put paprika in there, which will make it even sweeter. You can do it to your taste. The only thing with a brine is the product has to be at least 1 inch thick or thicker. You can take a whole loin and put it in there, cut it up the next day and barbecue it. Put a whole loin in there, put the whole thing in a pan and bake it. But it's got to be at least 1 inch thick. And any pork chops you eat, or pork you eat after that, you'll be wanting to put it in a brine. So.
What's your favorite thing to cook?
Well, I like to cook things that I don't know anything about. I like steak a lot. Marinate steak in teriyaki glaze with a steak rub. I like to do chicken, and I like to pull the skin up, put the seasoning underneath the skin, and pull the skin back down. The flavor of the seasoning is no longer in the skin. It's actually in the meat of the chicken. And it gives you more flavor that way, too. So those are the things I like to cook.
And they're all healthy ways to cook.
Yes, they're
very healthy.
Very healthy. Yes, they are. Very healthy.
One thing that I did want to point out to those who are watching the program on Channel 6, it will be airing on Channel 6 in Port Huron. This particular show for the next couple of weeks, because next week we won't be here because of the boat race, the Port Huron to Mackinac boat race. So we hope that you'll come out and watch the beginning of the race and watch the boats leaving the Black River as they're getting ready to head out for Mackinac Island. I'd like to thank you, Phil, and your wife, Kathy, for coming and setting everything up for us. And I know that I'm going to be coming to Powers. Didn't have any idea you do what you do there.
Thank you.
So, and plus, it's a great experience to go into the diner, and it's a beautiful place.
I got a few things I'd like to say too. Okay.
Okay.
I'd like to thank City Director Leanne Peart. She does a heck of a job for us. If you don't know her, she is our city director. We hope she stays around a long time. Chelsea, thanks. We appreciate it. And we appreciate everybody that came here today. And I hope you try an onion, whether you like them or don't. Try to get them in your diet, figure out a way to eat them. They really, really are good for you. Thank you very much.
And that's why Port Huron Hospital decided to get involved in this program. For one thing, every chef that we will have here during the next 10 weeks, and this will go through the first week of October, will be using something from the farmer's market, something that's fresh. And I think everywhere you look nowadays, in all of the magazines and everything you look at says to use seasonal products. For one thing, you save money. For another, it's better for you. And if you come to the farmer's market, you can find all kinds of things, and most of the farmers are also pretty in tune with what to do with them and how to cook them and what you can use them in. I would like to thank Phil and Kathy for coming. They're our first restaurant to appear in the program, and we're very happy to have had them. Recipes, again, are on porthuronhospital.org and downtownporthuron.org if you'd like them. The programs are done live. They're videotaped live here at Vantage Point where the farmers market is. And if you are able to come down, we do have samples. Phil and Kathy have prepared samples of both. And the one will even be on a little hot dog. He was telling me about a hot dog this size.
The hot dog is about this big. And we're going to give you the relish on it. So in case you don't like the relish, you'll have a hot dog anyway. But my wife is going to be bringing them out shortly, so don't run away. They're cute little hot dogs. Oh, by the way, what did the bun say to the hot dog? Don't pinch my bun.
Oh. Do you entertain your guests at the restaurant with those?
Okay.
Please join us again in 2 weeks when Denise Denclaw will be here, and she will be with Chef Neil from Pompeii's restaurant. And until we see you again, we hope that you'll have peace, joyous sunny days, and good health. Thank you.